I really feel that I have gotten to the core of this issue, and I think that I have also because it feels quite uncomfortable to discuss, and that me wanting to look away suggests that there is trauma there. And so what it looks like I'm observing is the effect of grief in a mother upon an unborn child. And so if you are, I would love to hear back from people regarding this. What I think is happening is the child is needing that heart space connection with the mother, because that is part of development. But when there is grief within the mother's heart, the child cannot get its emotional needs met through the mother. In fact, it may even try to meet the emotional needs of the mother. And of course, this is a few interesting. One, what I've seen as a result of this is it's particularly difficult to heal this wound because there seems to be a refusal to acknowledge the grief of the mother, because it's almost like these people, the children, don't want to make the mother wrong. Because it's grief. Why would you ever but it is her inability to process that grief is interfering with the child being able to develop properly. And so there's kind of a my needs versus your needs to grieve. And it's interesting because I'm now seeing that link in with the me versus you, like how can there be space for both of us in that unity consciousness, and that I have to suffer because you cannot have your needs met. Like this, very interesting. I'm seeing some correlations here. And you will see this, I think, in adults who have, go out and seek partners or stay in their same family system and try to heal the grief within that mother, or try to find a partner with a similar energetic makeup and try to heal the grief in them, such that wounding can heal. And now that you can love again, your heart is open, I can receive that love I never got. And I see that contention, that feeling like if I advocate for what I need, it bumps up against what is. And that if I suppress what I need and perhaps even try to do what you need, then therefore I will be okay, and so will you. But the thing is, I haven't seen this work. I haven't actually seen this sort of survival strategy work. But what it does seem to create is lightworkers, because now you have basically an unborn child potentially working to heal their mother in order to heal, to heal themselves as well and get their emotional needs met and have that heart space connection created. And so this is what I think is happening. And I feel very uncomfortable to even say that for some reason, which lets me know that there's something there. But in some level it does make quite a lot of sense. But one solution, as I just mentioned, especially once you've grown out of this, you're no longer a child, is now that unity consciousness of how can there be space for my needs and your needs. I no longer need to suppress my needs because of your needs. And see, as I'm saying that, I feel grief, like I feel frustration. And the way that I kind of figured this out was I'm feeling frustration and anger, like my needs not being met, at the same time as I'm feeling grief. So I'm thinking that maybe this grief is the mother's and it's interfering. Like there's some confliction between this frustration and this grief. And so I don't really have a solution as I'm just totally winging this whole thing. But I would want to bring in those light codes to support the grief and the frustration and the validation of needs within a child who needs that connection, who does not have another source for it, as that is how they develop. And even just bringing light into this issue, just the awareness to it, allows it to begin to heal. Bones begin to heal. Because this is acceptance. This is recognition. This is acceptance. And I will remove that self-rejection, like the rejection of one's own needs, or I don't have a right to my own needs, to my own mother's love. My own mother's love is what is coming through. Because it's to stay in the state of self-righteousness and need that, continue to advocate for one's needs, is not in the best interest of that infant. You know, their mother in some essence cannot. So, holding space for both. But I'm really feeling called to hold space for the infant. Because I think on some level they do end up holding space for their mothers. And I still feel anger and frustration. It's like I don't want this to be the case. I'm at war with my own needs. I'm at war, and it's not needs, it's my own. I'm at war with my own self. I'm at war with my own self. Oh, I just got that. I asked why, and it said, I'm hurting others. I'm hurting others. Wow. Feeling the shift. Oh, okay. Feeling like I am somehow the problem. I am the problem, the cause. My mother's grief, perhaps misunderstanding the source of the grief. Oh, wow. And this could have, incredible, much further. Wow, I see how expansive this issue could be in our society, as my mother very much chose to have me quite intentionally, and yet there are a lot of mothers who do not. And the grieving of the old life and the way that it was before this, perhaps. There are a lot of ways this grief could come up, and some could involve the child, and if this has affected the child in any way, I want to bring in energy to support them. Even if it's not the child itself, but how am I going to support this child? And it can be for other things. It could be grief from a previous miscarriage. It could be grief regarding other circumstances or past relationships. There's so many ways that this could be present. I just feel so much mercy and so much coming in for that child. Compassion, understanding, and it's just removing that feeling that you are the problem, or you are bad. You are not bad. So this is that core belief of you are bad coming up. Wow, I feel that in the sacral. Wow, I really feel this. Yeah, that is it. I see it. Okay. That's sad. So much sadness. Feeling like the problem. Oof. a problem, a burden, feeling like a burden. Well, this will really help a lot of personalities, people with this. I've seen a lot of people with this personality. This will help a lot. And to bring in new energy, new support, new support. I'm really feeling it in the lungs, and like the back of the lungs, and the back, the shoulder, the back. Wow. Because these people probably take on a lot of burdens to sort of make up for feeling like a burden. I'm feeling that support come in. I really feel that. Sorrow. I'm not sure if I have quite the right word for this. Sorrow. Feeling like I'm the problem. I am shame. I am shameful. I am. It's shame I'm feeling too here. Wow, good. Wow, yes, good job. I felt that move. Good job. You're able to process your feelings much more. Breathe better, take up space better. I felt a heat come into the chest. A love, a power a love coming to the chest. Self-love. That was very good. Whatever just shifted right there when I acknowledged the shame. Okay. This should help a lot.